Happy Friday to you, everybody. Welcome to the Friday Five. I like to say that. And thank you for joining me here for 5 minutes with Phil. And here we are. We're staring down the weekend, I should say. We've gone through the work week. And now, hopefully, you get some time to do what you want to do this weekend. I hope that includes going to church, by the way. And if you're local here, Bethel Church in Talmadge, we'd love to see you this Sunday at 10. Okay, let's stop plugging that and let's just get to 5 minutes with Phil. You ready? We're going to look in the book of Psalms. Psalm 139. David is praying, kind of a four-part prayer here. And this prayer is actually a really good one for us to pray. I'd say on a regular basis what David has to say. Let me show you what I mean here. Psalm 139, beginning in verse 23 and going to verse 24. David says this, "Search me, O God, and know my heart. Test me and know my anxious thoughts. Point out anything in me that offends you, and lead me along the path of everlasting life." So there's four things that David prays here. He says, "Search me." Turn on that holy spotlight of yours, God, and search my heart. Turn on the lights and show me, or begin the process of showing me what you need to show me that might not be right in your eyes. Great prayer for us to pray. Lord, search me. Search my heart. He then prays the prayer, "Test me." We don't like this. But he says, "Test me and know my anxious thoughts." So I think there David is saying, not only do I want you to search me, and specifically search the things that I do, my conduct, my actions, my words, but also test my thoughts, test my motivations. Why do I do the things that I do? Test my attitudes. If my attitude's not right, show that to me, God. And some of us, we may be doing fine with not doing a lot of bad, sinful actions, right? But maybe our attitudes really are not where they should be at all towards other people, towards a situation, towards leadership, towards anything. So Lord, test me and know my anxious thoughts. Then he says, point out anything that offends you. There, I think God goes to the next step. And he kind of exposes for us what those things are. So we're like, okay, God, turn on the lights and show me anything and expose my thoughts here and expose my actions and point out what really doesn't belong. Now, this almost sounds like a big guilt trip, and it's not. It's not. What we're doing is we're trying to remove the things that can infect our spiritual lives. If you know anything about the human body, our body is wired, created to fight infection right away. Our body will respond if it's healthy. Our body will respond in a way that automatically fights infection once it enters into our body. Spiritually, we need the same thing. If there's anything in our lives that infects our spiritual lives, then we want the Holy Spirit to fight that thing and get it out of there. Why? It's the last part of the verse. Lead me along the path of everlasting life. So David says, search me, test me, expose me. But then he says, lead me. All of this is all about being led on the path of life that God has for us. And here's the deal. If there's something in our life that shouldn't be there, you know what those are? Those are like fallen trees on the trail that we're trying to hike to get closer to Jesus. Those are like obstacles that are in the way. Those are road closures on the highway that we're driving to try to get closer to Jesus. Whatever analogy you want there, the point is we want God to remove any of those things that could interfere with us having a clear path to getting as close to Jesus Christ as possible. So I want to challenge you to pray this same prayer and realize that God's not trying to put you on a guilt trip. God is trying to lead you down the path that is perfect to experience Him in the way that He wants you to. And I hope that will be a prayer of yours all weekend long. Have a great weekend. Okay? We love you. Thanks for joining me. And Lord willing, we'll see you next time. Okay? Love you. Bye-bye.